Good morning, student. Let us see problems in exercise 1.4. Last question, question number 4. First problem, differentiate x sin x with respect to tan x. Solution, let here we have to differentiate one function with respect to other. Therefore, how to solve such type of sum? Let us see. Let u is equal to x sin x and v is equal to tan x. Here we have to find du by dv. How we can find du by dv? Let us see. Du by dv can be written as du by dx upon dv by dx. And both u and v are the functions of x. Therefore, we can easily find du by dx and dv by dx. So, we differentiate both u and v with respect to x. Consider u is equal to x sin x and v is equal to tan x. Differentiate both with respect to x. We get du by dx is equal to d dx of x sin x. Therefore, du by dx is equal to first function x into derivative of second means sin x plus second function sin x into derivative of first means x. Therefore, du by dx is equal to x, derivative of sin x is cos x plus sin x as it is, derivative of x is 1. Denote this equation as 1. Now here v is equal to tan x. Therefore, dv by dx is equal to d dx of tan x. That is, dv by dx is equal to sec square x. Derivative of tan x is sec square x. We know that du by dv is equal to du by dx upon dv by dx. Therefore, denote this equation second. Using first and second, we get du by dv is equal to, put the value, x cos x plus sin x upon sec square x. In this way, we can solve this sum, isn't it? Let us see problem number 3. Differentiate tan inverse of x upon root of 1 minus x square with respect to sec inverse of 1 upon 2x square minus 1. Let us solve this sum. Let u is equal to tan inverse of x upon root of 1 minus x square and v is equal to sec inverse of 1 upon 2x square minus 1. Here we have to find du by dv. But here we find du by dv by substitution method. See here how to find. Put x is equal to cos theta in both u and v. In u as well as in v. Therefore, u is equal to tan inverse of x means cos theta upon root of 1 minus cos square theta. Therefore, u is equal to tan inverse of cos theta upon root of sin square theta. Why? Because 1 minus cos square theta is sin square theta. Therefore, u is equal to tan inverse of cos theta as it is upon sin theta. Square root of sin square theta means sin theta, isn't it? Therefore, u is equal to tan inverse of cot theta. Cos theta upon sin theta means cot theta. And cot theta is equal to tan pi by 2 minus theta. Therefore, u is equal to tan inverse of tan pi by 2 minus theta. Tan inverse, tan get cancel. U is equal to, we have pi by 2 minus theta. Differentiate this with respect to theta. We get du by d theta is equal to, derivative of pi by 2 is 0 and derivative of theta with respect to theta is 1. Therefore, du by d theta is equal to minus 1, isn't it? Now consider v. V is equal to sec inverse of 1 upon 2 x square means cos square theta minus 1. Therefore, v is equal to sec inverse of 1 upon cos 2 theta. Why? Because we know formula cos 2 theta is equal to 2 cos square theta minus 1. Therefore, we use formula here and we put the value cos 2 theta here. Therefore, v is equal to sec inverse of sec 2 theta. Why? Because 1 upon cos 2 theta is equal to sec 2 theta. Instead of this, we can write sec 2 theta. Sec inverse and sec get cancelled. We have v is equal to 2 theta only. Differentiate with respect to theta, we get dv by d theta is equal to 2, because derivative of 2 theta is 2 with respect to theta is, isn't it? Therefore dv by d theta is equal to 2. Now we have du by d theta is equal to -1 and dv by d theta is equal to 2. Therefore we know that du by dv is equal to du by d theta upon dv by d theta. Put the value, du by dv is equal to -1 upon 2. In this way we can get the answer. Answer is -1 by 2. Let us see problem number 5. Differentiate 3 raised to power x with respect to log of 3 to the base x. Let us solve this. Let u is equal to 3 raised to power x and v is equal to log 3 to the base x. We can write v is equal to log of 3 to the base e upon log of x to the base e. Change of base formula. We know log of a to the base b is equal to log of a to the base c upon log of b to the base c. Change of base formula. Logarithm. Recall. Therefore we have u is equal to 3 raised to power x and v is equal to log 3 upon log of x. Differentiate both with respect to x. We get du by dx is equal to 3 raised to power x into log 3. Derivative of 3 raised to power x with respect to x is 3 raised to power x into log 3. Now we differentiate this. We apply division rule here. What is division rule? d dx of u upon v is equal to v into du by dx minus u into dv by dx upon v square. We use this rule here. So dv by dx is equal to log 3 into dv by dx is equal to log of x into ddx of log 3 minus log of 3 into ddx of log x upon log x square, isn't it? Therefore dv by dx is equal to log x as it is. Derivative of log 3 with respect to x is 0 because log 3 is constant. Derivative of constant is 0, we know. Minus sign as it is, log 3 as it is. Derivative of log x is 1 upon x upon log of x bracket square as it is. Therefore dv by dx is equal to, we have minus log 3 upon x into log of x bracket square. We know du by dv is equal to du by dx upon dv by dx. Put the values. 3 raised to power x into log 3 upon minus log 3 upon x into log of x whole square. Therefore du by dv is equal to 3 raised to power x into log 3 into, this goes in numerator, into x into log of x bracket square upon minus log 3. Now log 3 get cancelled. We have minus x 3 raised to power x into log of x bracket square. This is the answer we get here of question number 5th. Let us see one more question. Problem number 7. Differentiate x raised to power x with respect to x raised to power sin x. Let us solve this problem. Let u is equal to x raised to power x and v is equal to x raised to power sin x. Here we have to find du by dv. Consider u is equal to x raised to power x. Taking log on both sides, we get log u is equal to log of x raised to power x. That is, log u is equal to x into log x, isn't it? Differentiate with respect to x, we get ddx of log u is equal to ddx of x into log x. Derivative of log u with respect to x is 1 upon u into du by dx is equal to, now here product rule, apply product rule. X as it is, derivative of log x is 1 upon x plus log x as it is, derivative of x is 1. Therefore du by dx is equal to u in bracket x get cancelled, 1 plus log x. Du by dx is equal, put the value of u, x raised to power x in bracket 1 plus log x. Therefore we have du by dx is equal to x raised to power x into bracket 1 plus log x, isn't it? Now come to the v. V is equal to x raised to power sin x. Up taking log on both sides, we get log v is equal to log of x raised to power sin x. Therefore, log v is equal to sin x into log x. By using the laws of logarithm, we get this. Differentiate with respect to x. We get derivative of log v with respect to x is 1 upon v dv by dx is equal to product rule. Sin x as it is, derivative of log x is 1 upon x plus log x as it is, derivative of sin x is cos x. Therefore, dv by dx is equal to v in bracket sin x upon x plus log of x into cos x. Therefore, dv by dx is equal to, put the value of v, x raised to power sin x in bracket and do cross multiplication. We get sin x plus x into log x into cos x upon x. Isn't it? Now, du by dv is equal to du by dx upon dv by dx. Isn't it? Put the values. X du by dx means x raised to power x in bracket 1 plus log x. And dv by dx means x raised to power sin x in bracket sin x plus x into log x into cos x upon x. Therefore, du by dv is equal to x raised to power x into bracket 1 plus log x into, this goes in numerator, x upon x raised to power sin x in bracket x plus x into log x into cos x. Isn't it? Now, by using the laws of indices, x raised to power x into x means x raised to power x plus 1 into bracket 1 plus log x as it is upon x raised to power sin x into bracket sin x plus x into log x into cos x as it is. Now use the laws of indices here again. We get du by dv is equal to x raised to power x plus 1 minus sin x. This goes in numerator, become minus sin x into bracket 1 plus log x as it is upon whole divided by sin x plus x into log x into cos x. In this way, we can get the answer of problem number 7, isn't it? Now, in coming video, we will see next part of this chapter, that is the last part of this chapter, that is higher order derivative. Exercise 1.5. First, we will see what is meant by higher order derivative, and we will see the problems in exercise 1.5. Isn't it? So, we will see this in next video, coming video. Okay.